are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Kind of loud. Yeah. So yesterday, big news in the sports world.
Big news in the sports world.
Milwaukee Bucks decided that they weren't going to play their playoff game against the Orlando Magic.
Right. Yes.
The Orlando Magic, they walked off as well.
Right. They were out there warming up.
Yeah, they were out there warming up. And then when the Bucks didn't come out, they walked back in the locker room. Boom, no playoff game. Then teams followed the teams that were supposed to play. They followed suit.
And
it became a big story. NBA teams refusing to play because of what happened in Wisconsin to Jacob Blake.
Yes.
A black man got shot in the back 7 times. He, as a result of his injuries, because we spoke about this on Monday, he was paralyzed from the waist down.
Yes.
Since then, his mother has spoken out, his sister has spoken out, his pops has spoken out. We'll get to that in a little bit because I have some words for them.
Okay.
Right. But when this first happened, I was very proud of these NBA players because I felt like, they were finally using their platform without fear.
Right.
They were actually doing something to hurt the bottom line of the NBA, the networks, just from face value from this moment right here. I didn't want to be the downer because at first I was thinking like, what if, I take this indefinitely and the whole season?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But I said, you know what? Progress is progress. Clap it up for those fellas, right?
Yeah, clap.
Second, like I said, the way my mind is working, I'm just kind of like, all right, the real move would be not to put a timestamp on how long this protest is going to last, because I said, like, that's where your power lies. The bus boycotts in Montgomery, it was over a year.
Yeah, and as a kid, reading them stories, I had no idea. I thought they boycotted for a week or two, but you get older, you know how long it was. And absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
So then today, we wake up and after meeting, so I skipped the whole part. Apparently they had, meetings with the players, and then the Lakers and the Clippers decided to end the season. I thought that was gangster.
That was gangster. Ready to go home.
Yeah, they were ready to go home.
And both of them are up in their series. So it ain't like they down in the series and they trying to bail. Both of them are up in their series and like, and they know that they're the 2 featured teams that's going to bring the NBA the most money or revenue if they face each other. Yes.
I thought that was gangster.
Yes.
And then apparently there was a lot of back and forth with some players commenting like, that never happened. They're saying LeBron never said this and things like that. Again, I'm thinking if they really do this, that is how you create and you force change. Think back to when did you realize the country is serious about the pandemic? When was the moment?
There wasn't a moment.
For a lot of people, me included, it was when they shut the NBA down.
Okay, but that was the start of it. Right. Yeah, you're right. That was the start of this is going to be serious.
That was the moment for me, right?
Right. The NBA abruptly, and it wasn't even scripted because everybody else. The college team was like, we still want to play.
Right.
And because football and baseball were not in season yet, it became the onus on the NBA. Yes.
Right. So that was the moment for me where I was like, this is serious, when they shut the NBA down due to the pandemic. Then I felt like this was the players' moment. If you wanted to actually bring awareness, quote unquote, and force some change, this would have been the moment to give everybody else a wake-up call, like, they're serious.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Don't play the rest of the season. But
yes,
as we know, they folded.
Yes.
That was kind of disappointing. I feel like that kind of took the air out. They folded. I saw comments from Doc Rivers saying that, your power isn't playing. And then I'm really not of the belief that your jump shot is going to change the world.
Right.
I don't understand this whole talk where you playing is going to bring awareness to anything.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm indifferent about that. What were your thoughts during this whole thing?
You gonna let me work?
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing.
It's my birthday.
It's your birthday, man.
Yeah. So let me work. You know how it is. I gotta work. It meant absolutely nothing. I asked y'all a couple of weeks ago, and I meant this. How did we get here? And I was trying to get you guys to understand how we arrive at a destination that we think is of our own accord, and in reality, that's where we were supposed to be all along. And I asked that because I know how this thing works, right? So the minute I heard that it was the 4-year anniversary of Colin Kaepernick taking a knee, that this coincided with that, right? I said, okay, that's a little, you know what I'm saying, coinky-dink. But coincidences happen all the time because basketball is not usually in season during this time, right? When, in my humble opinion, we could both want the same, us and the elite could want the same results for different reasons.
Got you.
Let me tell you what I mean by that. So we may want to end this thing because it's not been fruitful for us, and they may want to end this thing to bring in the next paradigm and bring the new world order in on our dime. See, there has to be an agreement. It's a cosmic agreement that we have to actually problem, reaction, solution on a grand scale. So if all the players, first of all, I don't know how much money the NBA is losing right now being in the bubble.
Right.
Somebody need to tell me what the ratings are, because they can't be that good, because the attention of the fans is what drives the machine. Go back to the Matrix movie with batteries. So when you see no fans in the crowd energizing and making this sport, which is it's a game. This is dribbling and jumping. At the end of the day, it loses its luster, even though they're still playing and you may see a good game on TV here and there. At the end of the day, it's more about your participation, your attention span into this. So I also said to you guys about 4 months ago when this thing started, you'll know when the revolution is real because it will require your participation. So because a few NBA players who are well-to-do financially decide that they want to leave, the amount of time they leave is critical, right? And then there's going to come a time where they're merging with you, the so-called commoner, when that bridge is that, you know, that big gap is closed and you walk away from your job, whatever your job is, right? Now we cooking with hot grease. But the symbolic gesture of a few players walk away for a day, these niggas are a special kind of goofy. That's a special kind of goofy to take a stand. And then a lot of them take a stand and it's not even spontaneous. They check with their agent first and they have to get permission from Massa to walk out and know that when we make this demonstration to quell the people, right? That we are ensured that we are going to come back. When I found out the March on Washington, which is tomorrow, like, you know,
the
50,
anniversary.
Yeah, 50-something year anniversary of the March on Washington, that we needed permits and permission to walk amongst the White House, it lost all of its luster for me as a kid. Because growing up, you thought, or I thought that they just said, you know what, we taking to the streets and we ready to tear this shit down.
Right.
And then when I found out it wasn't, and they needed permits, and you guys can walk down this block and come down that block, generating a specific geometric pattern of energy sucked up by occultists, but that's another level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really took away its luster for me. So when I saw Kenny Smith walk off the set, it meant absolutely nothing if I see you tomorrow. If I see you tomorrow talking about, hey man, LeBron and them got a chance to win the game, you niggas are a special kind of goofy.
Yeah, what it said to me, it was the higher ups, the league officials said, okay, let them blow off steam for a day.
Right.
We're gonna say the right things.
Yes.
All it's gonna do is bring positive publicity to us.
Absolutely.
Because we're gonna say we're behind everybody.
Absolutely.
And that's it.
And now when and listen, I'm not even gonna lie. I said if they keep this up for a couple of weeks, you know, then These niggas couldn't even. These niggas pulled a Nick Cannon.
They did.
These niggas pulled a Nick Cannon.
Wow.
That is a special kind of goofy.
Wow.
And y'all can make it seem like it's something bigger than it is. And I'm going to say it again, and I need y'all to understand this. You will know when the world is around you changing by your accord, because money won't separate me from LeBron James. See, right now, lifestyle separates me from LeBron James. He can afford to go out for a couple of weeks, and he's still going to be able to go to his big plantation and make these corporate deals. I won't be able to do that. When money is no longer the dividing force amongst the haves and have-nots amongst us, then you know the revolution is real, and it's upon you now.
Right.
To walk out of Burger King, Tyrone, or whatever it is you're doing, walk out, because we are unifying on a level that we know we are going to arrive at a destination that is predetermined by us and the ones working with us, the archangels and the ancestors and all of that. When they're working with us, you know what I'm saying? Because there's also that factor. Or I think they're trying to get rid of the sports anyway. The baseball teams are suffering. Football is having all kind of issues. I personally believe that they want to get rid of all the sports anyway. And I thought that this was going to be the trigger that set it off.
Got you.
Because at the end of the day, I don't have no idea what playing a game has anything to do with anything.
I saw a quote that said, sports are a privilege for a functioning society.
Yes.
We are not a functioning society.
Absolutely. But there are those who can say, you know, man, as a white guy, I was in a bar, and I was rooting for a team, and then I looked to my left, and there was this nigga, there was this black guy, and he too was rooting for the same team. And then after all the years of me winning, you know, because I'm white, I realized that we have more in common than we don't have in common. So sports has created this synergy in which black people and white people can get together. Yes? Right?
Yeah.
So let's be clear on what's really going on. This was a show for nothing.
Yes, very performative.
Very performative, very theatrical.
Yeah.
And we got shit. We didn't even get T-shirts out of it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yo, stand down, son. I'm with the NBA. I couldn't even get my full. I was expecting to come on and do a show and say, hey, guys, I'm checking the temperature. This could be the one.
Yeah, and I always, when things like this happen, because remember, the Lakers and the Clippers, they were the ones talking about leaving.
Yes.
Everybody else was talking about staying. Once that happened, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because it requires, when we speak about change in this country, and I'm going to beat it like a drum, it's going to require sacrifices that most people who are high on the hog are not ready to make.
Yeah.
Those of us down here on the ground are ready because we don't have much of material shit is what I'm talking about to lose. We are fortified in other things, family bonds, love, friendships, relationships that mean millions more to us because that's what we have.
Right.
That's why we endure as a people, right? Once you start getting into the world of materialistic things and they mean more to you in the lifestyle you live, because I'm going to explain something to you, and I've said this before. You want to be them, not you, you know, and they want to be you. Because you can go to a restaurant, not right now because of COVID and all that, sit down and enjoy your family. Nobody's paparazzi's not following you. You don't have 15 yes men around you with their head up your ass trying to get a few dollars from you. You can trust everybody around you because they're family and they're people you grow up with. If you making $100 million, $200 million, you have so many people around you that you cannot trust, right? Because you know they have ulterior motives and they're here for something other than your well-being. You create a prison around what appears to be success. And that's a prison. That's not success. You are in a goddamn prison. Until you can be amongst your people, free amongst your people, that's what true success is. I know niggas, oh, yo, you just mad because you ain't got 100 million. No. I have no, if that's the life you want to live, yeah, Malcolm is like, give me 100. If you want to be with paparazzi and security where you go, and they harassing your kids at the school, and you can't be amongst the common people from which you come from, albeit.
Yeah, I saw, after the protest, I saw a post that said, it looks like LeBron James is playing 2K with his teammates because they recognized the game attack from the last time he was playing 2K. I'm like, imagine you can't even get on the game.
Right.
Blow off some steam in peace.
You can't even get on a video game and blow off some steam because people recognize your digital footprint in a goddamn video game. And somebody else said LeBron must have really read that autobiography of Malcolm X. Like, yo,
they did what to him?
They did what? I had no idea they did that shit.
Yeah.
We gonna go back and dribble. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard Michael Jordan was one of the voices, quote unquote, voices of reason to tell him to kind of go back to work. And like I told you, Doc Rivers.
But Michael Jordan is a team owner.
Yes, right.
So he stands to benefit.
But not a team that's in the playoffs.
It's not about a team being in the playoffs. We have to protect the brand true. At all costs, the way the NFL protects the shield.
Right.
These players and owners protect that shield. So Michael Jordan is on the other side. Right. As much as you want to love him and trust him, he's been gone. You seen his wife? All right. Okay. So that's a whole different story.
Yeah. What'd you think about, because I saw the WNBA players did a little.
They don't make no money to begin with.
That's why it's easy for them.
It's easier for them to walk out and just go home.
Because they'll probably make more overseas.
Overseas.
I'm not a fan of wearing a shirt that
has bullet
holes in it. I don't like the symbolism.
Yeah.
So that's not for me.
I don't like, beyond going to somebody's funeral that you know, and you know the family print up a few T-shirts, R.I.P. I don't like making all of these people a hashtag and a T-shirt and monetizing and commercializing their tragedy.
Yeah.
And people do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, so a lot of things are going on, but y'all can't keep a goddamn protest going or a boycott or a work shortage or whatever the hell they calling it, strike.
Yeah, because like I said, they agreed to resume playing on Friday, tomorrow.
Damn. Okay. Back to normal. Y'all missed 1 day, maybe 2.
Maybe 2 days.
And now y'all back at it. You know what I mean? So, but with that being said, let's peel back another layer, because this is not about sports. Why is the onus on the sports players to shake up the world? The onus is on all of us to shake up the world. So this is what I meant by when Kaepernick took his knee, right? And he was bringing awareness to, you know, the causes, and he was basically charging the NFL for not doing their duty, but nobody getting shot in the stadiums. You know what I mean? So there's no direct connection. And since there's no direct connection, nobody's getting shot at the NBA.
Yeah.
Right? So unless you're trying to hold these owners who have, you know, amassed this amount of fortune over 400 years and say, but you work for them very same people.
I was saying, I said this on Monday. I said the only way I could really hear about, like, or understand sitting out is if you have clear demands, right? These owners have connections everywhere, right? So you know the owner of your team probably knows the governor of Wisconsin.
Absolutely.
Get him on the phone.
Yes.
We want something done. But the fact that you just had a meeting,
and that to me,
had an emergency meeting and agreed to go back to work, you're saying, all right, we're going to go back, but you better call him.
Yeah. So
we're going to check in to see if you really did it.
Yeah. So nothing, you look like you're some special goofies. And remember, all of this entertainment is about entertainment.
Yeah.
I don't care how much money you guys make, you guys are viewed as entertainers. Now, for us, we understand the art. So it's more than entertainment when you understand the magnitude of geometry and you know, move in a certain way and angles that you've mastered a game, but at the end of the day, it's a game. Or your rap song means shit. It don't mean nothing.
It goes back to our connection with athletes and entertainers, because they're the ones, quote unquote, that made it, and we're kind of trying to pull for them. So we try to see ourselves and them. If they made it, we made it. But these athletes, these rappers, these entertainers, they think they're better than you.
Yes.
Right? So
yes,
you're pulling for them. They could care less about you.
In the grand
scheme of things, yeah.
And that is a fact.
So, yeah.
Right? And we can make it into entertainment. So they give all of these entertainers lavish lifestyles to keep us focused on what, guys? Entertainment.
Yeah.
Right? So when I think about making it, my reference point is now entertainment. Not government, not changing the world, not being a scientist, not being a doctor. These people are the real heroes or heroes, right? Mm-hmm. So, but our whole goal is to become a rapper, baller, entertainer. You know what I'm saying? And they control those entertainers. Those entertainers control what you drink, what you wear, what you drive, how you think. All right? So they have an ulterior motive for why they want the ball players out there, because the Negroes are getting restless. We started this boycott with basketball back in March. Mm-hmm. And then they're the one, again, spearheading to make a statement. The baseball players look confused.
Yeah.
They went in a huddle and said, I guess, are we playing? No.
Yeah.
We don't even know why we're not playing. Yeah. Most of those white people don't know why they even not even playing hockey.
Yeah.
You know, so you know it's disgenuine.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say. So don't get caught into all of that. I'm actually glad it flipped before the show, because I might have said a whole bunch of shit tonight. Big up to them for standing.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, that. No, they.
They're actually playing now.
They're playing. They're playing now.
Yeah.
I got to take back everything I said. So that's how I feel about that in a nutshell. Kenny Smith walking off Charles Barkley, and Shaq just looked at him like, what do you mean you walking off? They pay us good here. Yeah. Barkley, that's terrible, Kenny.
Yeah,
Kenny, that's terrible. How you just going to walk off the show, Kenny?
A couple NFL teams canceled their scrimmages.
Yeah. You know what? For all the people in America, what's his name? Jacob Johnson?
Jacob Blake.
Oh, Jacob Blake, yeah. We just, we not going to play until we get justice.
Oh, going off that, the workers already started on flipping him.
Oh, yeah, they flipped him quick.
They released, apparently he had a warrant out for his arrest, or he was fighting a case, a rape case of a 15-year-old girl.
A rape case of a 15-year-old girl. So they starting that shit. Now, I am not sitting here because I know we got some emotional people in the chat, and I'm emotional about the shit too, because he didn't deserve to get shot regardless of those situations. But it's just going to show you
they're already trying it.
What y'all gonna do when y'all exalt him and call his name. Their job is to bring it down and say, tone that shit down.
To the mud.
The mud.
They also said they found a knife in his car, so they're going to say that he was reaching for the knife, and the cop saw him reaching for the knife.
Through everything, the cop saw that and knew that this was what had to be done.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to say.
Yeah.
And then I had some people in the comment section, well, he should have listened. Dude, nothing ever warrants you getting shot 7 times in your back.